We'll continue this conversation of the Oregon Ducks and Indiana Hoosiers.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the Nike Hoop Summit roster?
No, did it come out?
It just came out.
Oh, okay. Look at you. You're all tickled.
I'm all excited. It's one of it's my favorite scouting thing.
Hey, you got something to do for the next 4 hours before the game starts. You know, you can just dive into that.
Didn't you hear that thud under the table in there?
Danny, put your pants back on. Oregon, Indiana, we talked about how this game, how rematches are not so simple these days, especially with these two teams. Let's dive into this game right away. Look, the new news out of the running back room, as if it couldn't get any worse, is that Noah Whittington is now listed as questionable.
Our running backs' heads are falling off.
Yeah, this is really weird for a team that navigated injuries, attrition all season long.
Deer Hill, every down back.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to like that.
Cannell brought this up, what I thought was pretty poignant. Pass pro.
Yep.
That's where this becomes a problem.
Well, and tell you what, two things. Welcome back, SportsCenter anchor Jay Harris.
Yes, no kidding, dude.
And then,
I figured his eligibility was up 30 years ago because he's like 50.
But also, like I said, I think yesterday, I think you can probably expect with that running back room being so thin, look for some more like screen passes out of the edge.
I think so too, yeah. Or passing to wide receivers.
As like an extension of the running game.
Totally. I think you're going to have to because, look, there's no denying that Will Stein loves to run the ball. There's no deny that Dan Lanning believes in the philosophy that all NFL coaches say, where it starts with running the ball.
Run the ball.
You got it, baby. You got to run the football. But Oregon is going to it's going to be a really big challenge to make up those numbers. They've been a really good rushing team all season.
Bryce Betcher, Sadiq,
I mean, they might just
expect them to be in the backfield.
Yeah, they might just be in the backfield to do pass protection.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me at all because
put Johnson in at one of the tight end spots. Put Sadiq in the backfield, like
a little fullback. Bryce Betcher.
Would not surprise me.
Yeah,
like legitimately, like they're look. I'm not just saying this because like I want to give Oregon crap. Like this is a problem. 3 of your top 4 running backs are gone.
It is a problem, but
it's a giant problem.
They also made it through for a few weeks a very, very thin wide receiver room and made it work. And what did they do? They utilized Kenyon Sadiq that much more and Jamari Johnson, and so they made
Malik
it work.
Benson and
McClellan.
Thank you.
So they've already had to go through a very, very thin position group. Now this is it's a similar but different challenge.
But what I would argue is
this one's more impactful.
Not just more impactful, the depth was there in the wide receiver room. Okay? Remember we started at the beginning of the year. We had Tyson Algeron on Wednesday, and we were talking about the depth. We didn't expect Jordan Davison to be such a big player in this system. Hell, we didn't even think Deir Hill would be such a big player. No. It was Zamar that we thought was going to be the dude in this system, or Hughes, one of those two guys. Now, as the season progressed, this team found what their rushing game was going to be. The problem is it excluded a lot of dudes. And in today's world, if you're preseason, I'm going to be the guy, and by week 4, you ain't the guy, hello, transfer portal. Hello, graduation. Hello, NFL, whatever.
Guy Hughes, Jalen Lamar.
See you later. And so they still had Malik Benson and McClellan and Johnson, and they had backups that could step in for DeCorian Moore and Gary Bryant Jr. And if Sadiq missed a couple games, etc., you don't have that in the running room. And
with Lamar and Hughes leaving, that adds to it.
And I think now this might open up to get what I want to see. Just because I want to
putting it on Dante's shoulders.
But I don't know if that's where you feel good.
No.
Because I want to see this offense open up. I want to see if Dante can push the ball downfield, can continue drives, get in the end zone, red zone efficiency, don't turn the ball over, don't take sacks, etc. Run when you need to. I want to see that because I want to know how good Dante is. But in this game,
do you want to find out in this game?
This team, I don't think you want to find out now.
Because here's the thing, like
if it's the Natty, throw the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just throw it all out and see what happens. But you have a chance to win this game. I don't want to put anything in there that could be a chance to lose this game.
Well, here's where you go.
And you know me, I love Dante more than his mama does.
You go with the two-sided kitchen sink.
the double bowl there.
There you go.
So when I look at this is the discussion you and I have had off air a lot this year.
We talk a lot about this.
And my belief is that the reason why you haven't seen Dante Moore unleashed is because he's at this point in his career, he's not capable of being unleashed. And I'm not saying Will Stein is the best offensive coordinator in the country.
I would push back and say maybe not ready.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yes.
But capable, I think he can.
Well, I think ready and
I don't know if he's ready.
But that's the thing is, I don't think you can be capable unless you're ready.
Okay,
does that
fair.
make sense?
I hear you.
And like, I'm not saying that Stein is faultless.
No.
Just coaching in general around the country, and yes, you can point to Cristobal and Herbert. Like there's coaches that don't maximize guys all the time.
We also sometimes find our little situations to explain our narratives how we
of
want
what
them.
we want to see.
Yeah.
This is not an Oregon specific thing. You've heard me talk about this with J.J. McCarthy and what Harbaugh said about him being the best quarterback. Then why didn't you have him throw the ball because your offense sucked?
Without a doubt.
If you've got a dude that can do dude things, what do you have him do?
Dude things. I mean, look, using Michigan as a great example. Look at Underwood in their bowl game against Texas. He threw the ball. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, it took him all year to be able to, like, actually do something.
But they're never really trying.
No. But I also think that's part coaching, but I also think it took him a long time to get going.
I mean, it's true freshman. Look at Julian Sayin.
Yes.
And on the other side of that rivalry, look at Julian Sayin.
And so when I look at that and I see a coach who consistently has, it's not like Oregon doesn't have talent. They have talent everywhere. And if you're in a game, think about this. In every high leverage situation, Dante has made a throw. Gary Bryant Jr., Penn State. Was it McClellan or Benson up the middle against Iowa? I can't remember who it was.
I think it's Benson.
Yeah.
Also Benson in the UW game.
On the edge, on the out route. He's made throws, and Cannell brought that up. Like, the individual throws are there. But, like, come winning time, where does the ball go?
Can you
turn right, turn left?
Can you have multiple of those throws, not in a game, but in a drive?
Yep.
Can you consistently
string it together?
Do that?
Like, and that's the thing is, like,
I think
he's got the talent,
right?
But I don't know if they think that he's ready for that. But here's the problem. Now you may not have a choice.
You don't. I don't think you do. Even if Whittington is good to go, let's say he can play the whole game, you're still thin. You're still so thin back there in what you've built. Okay? Noah's kind of been your every down back. Davison's been your touchdown vulture. Mm-hmm. And Dierre Hill is the
change of pace.
Malachi Tony, let's get wild sort of thing over here.
Well, and if we are leaning on like the wide receiver screen game as an extension of the run game, what we got to make sure is that Dante doesn't go again like last game and throw 5 balls into the chest of a defender.
Totally. Because Indiana's going to catch those balls. Texas Tech's secondary is not very good. You know, they had that great front seven, but that secondary was not very good. And it bailed Dante out a little bit in some times. I think if you're a Duck fan, and this is probably what will skew my prediction in this game, I think there were already a lot of pressure on Dante to win this game, as there just naturally is as a quarterback in these giant games, with no fault of his own, and him not doing anything different. Mm-hmm. The expectations have risen.
Yes.
Whether it's fair or not, the expectation has risen.
That's
part of being quarterback.
Yeah, when you're the quarterback, that's the deal.
You ever think Peyton Manning never, ever got rid of that pressure. No. Ever.
Even when at the end, when he was throwing ducks.
Even when he was throwing ducks and won a Super Bowl.
Still going to come back to him.
Still going to come back to him because you're the QB.
Yep.
Every once in a while, you get a guy like Drew Brees where you're like, we like you. You're so great. He never had to deal with that pressure because his peers did. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady took that pressure on for him. And Roethlisberger.
And here's the time. If you're a Duck fan and Dante does go out in there and do that, we'll talk about this. We've talked about it off air. This might end up being the best win that this program's ever had.
Oh, if Dante goes out there and balls out,
throws 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, just goes off,
and they win that game, Dante's going to the draft and he's going number 1. Hello, buddy. Vegas.
I don't know about that.
Hello, Vegas. If he does that, this will be the biggest win in Oregon history.
I tend to agree.
Because if you win a natty, that will be the biggest win. But up to this point, you've lost natties. You know, that Mariota, Jameis Winston game, that's a pretty big W.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big W in your life. This is the biggest game of your program's history. Well,
win.
No.
If they win.
If they win, will be the biggest win in your program's history. Just because of what it takes
to get there.
To get there now.
Especially now.
Especially your side of the bracket. You took on the best front seven in all the college football playoff, and now your reward is the Heisman Trophy winner?
Enjoy.
And your reward after that is the coach that helped bring your program back? That's a hell of a ride.
Yep.